Welcome back to Hindi Starter Kit. Today we'll be looking at some more common Hindi words that every beginner needs to know. This is a continuation from a previous video, so if you like this, you can check that one out as well. After this one, of course. I'll link it in the description. Now, as we've been doing on this channel, the words that you will learn today are the ones that we actually use when we're having Hindi conversations instead of the English words that we substitute, as I've mentioned in my previous videos. A few quick points for your reference. First, I've clubbed similar words together, and as we go ahead, you will understand what the categories are on your own. And second is the structure that I'm using. So if you see here, the big word in red is the approximate phonetic sound of the word. This is not an exact thing, so make sure to listen to my pronunciation so that you can get it right. I'll keep space after every word so that you have time to repeat it after me. And then this here in black is the meaning or translation in English. And then this in blue is how to actually write the word in the Hindi Devanagari script. And finally, wherever it's possible, I've added pictures so that you can get an even better reference of what these words are. So we'll begin with the first word. Mausam. Mausam. Mausam means season, right? So when you have like summer, winter, rainy season, autumn, everything. So the word for season is mausam. Mausam. Next, let's look at the names of the seasons. So we'll begin with Garmi. 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 Garmi means if you're using it for season, it means summer. It also means heat, right? So if you're feeling hot, you'll also use the word garmi, but as a season, it's summer, okay? So garmi. Garmi. And then we have the word for winter, which is sardi. Sardi. Alright, so sardi means winter, and it also means cold and flu, right? So if you're sick and you have the flu, that also means sardi. You can also use the word thand. In a previous video, I've used thanda. I've explained thanda, which means cold. So thand is also used for winter, but today let's just keep it at garmi and sardi, right? So garmi and sardi. Then we have barish. Barish. Barish means rain, and as a season it means rainy season, okay? Barish. Next will be patchhad. Patchhad, which means autumn, okay? Patchhad. Patchhad. So if you break it down, the word pat refers to leaves, and jhad means shedding. So patchhad just basically means shedding of leaves. So that's autumn. Now the first word that we did was mausam. So if you want to say summer season or it's winter season, whatever, so you'll be saying garmi ka mausam, right? So ka means off. So garmi ka mausam, which basically means summer season or summer. So that ka just means that it's like season of summer, okay? So garmi ka mausam, and similarly for all four, sardi ka mausam, barish ka mausam, and patchhad ka mausam. So the next word is for time, which is samay. Samay. Okay, so if you want to ask, what's the time, generally you can use the English word time, but depending on where you are, the word samay is also normally used. So the word is samay. Now let's look at some words that, represent time. So starting with the word for an hour, that is ghanta. Ghanta. And this is a singular word. So it's 1 hour. And if you want to, if you want the plural word, it will be ghante. Okay. So if it's just one, it will be ghanta. And if it's more than one, then it will be Ghante. Then we have the word for a day, that is din. Din. And din can be used for both, singular and plural. So if it's one day or if it's multiple, it'll be din only. Okay, so the next word is for week, which is saptah. Saptah. Okay, now saptah is the real Hindi word, okay, but we have a very common word which is hafta. Hafta, which is it's a word from Urdu Persian, so that is also very commonly used. So depending on where you are and who you're talking to, hafta might be more common, but yeah, saptah is also widely understood. So it is saptah and hafta. Okay, then we have for month, which is mahina. Mahina. And mahina means a month. Mahina. Next is for a year, which is saal. Saal. And the last word in this section will be dashak. Dashak, which is a decade. So, dashak. A quick word. If you're finding this useful, please let me know your thoughts in the comments or give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in learning more and watching more beginner Hindi videos, do subscribe to the channel and switch on notifications. And thank you so much for watching so far. Let's go ahead. Next word is abhi. Abhi. And abhi means right now. Okay. So let's say you want to say something like right now I'm here, or I want to go there, or I'm hungry right now, things like that, right? So the word is abhi. Next word is kabhi kabhi. Kabhi kabhi. Kabhi kabhi. Kabhi kabhi means sometimes. Okay? So abhi, which is now, abhi, and kabhi kabhi, which is sometimes. Next is ek bar. Ek bar, which means once or one time. So ek is the number one, and bar means time, right? Something like time, not the clock time, but like once, twice, that sort of time. So ek bar means once or one time. And then we have kai bar. Kai bar. So kai means many, and bar, now again it will be times only. So kai bar means lots of times or many times. So ek bar and kai bar. Then we have aksar. Aksar, which means often. Aksar. Okay, and then we have kabhi nahi. Kabhi nahi, which means never. Nahi means no, and kabhi nahi means never. Next, let's look at some things that you will find lying around or basically in your home. Okay, so we have kursi. Kursi, which is a chair. Kursi. And then we have pankha. Pankha. The N sound is very, it's a very nasal, faint sound, right? It's not a n sound. It's not pankha. It's pankha. Okay. So kursi and pankha. Kursi, pankha. If you want to say sofa, that's an English word. Okay. So we use sofa a lot. So it's kursi and sofa, and even chair is also very commonly used. But yeah, kursi and pankha. Next we have the word for stairs, staircase, or even a ladder, which is seedhi. Seedhi. Okay, it's a very hard R sound. So it is seedhi. Then we have the word for a bed, which is bistar. Bistar. Okay, so bistar means bed. Then we have takiya. Takiya means a pillow. Okay, then we have bed sheet, which is chadar. Chadar. So takiya, chadar, bistar, kursi. What else did we have? Pankha and seedhi. So next is the word pani, which is for water, which we have seen earlier, but it went well with bijli, which is electricity, which is the next word. So pani is water and bijli is electricity, and they're both utilities, so I just thought to pair them together. So we have pani and bijli. Now bijli again has two meanings. It is electricity, which you have in the sockets, which you use for switching on bulbs and fans and all of that. But it also means lightning, which the lightning in the sky when it's raining and stuff. So both of them are bijli. All right. Next we have roshni. Roshni. Roshni means light, right? So if you are in a room and there is light everywhere, or it's daytime and there's sunlight, so it's light, right? So it is roshni. And then we have the opposite, which is andhera. Andhera, which is darkness. So at night it's andhera, and during the day there's roshni. Okay. Next we look at some fruits and vegetables and basically food stuff. So we'll start with vegetables, and the first one will be aloo, which is a potato. Okay, so aloo, and aloo is both singular and plural. Okay, so aloo, and then is pyaz, which is onion, which is also singular and plural. So we have aloo and pyaz. Then we have tomato, which is a tomato. Tomato, both the T's are hard T's over here. Tomato. And gajar, which is a carrot. Gajar. And these two are also, singular, plural, both are fine. They're both the same. Tomato and gajar. So, aloo, pyaz, tomato and gajar. Next, we have phool gobi. Phool means flower. Phool gobi is a cauliflower. Phool gobi. Next, we have the word for cabbage, which is patta gobi. Patta gobi. Patta means leaf and phool means flower. So since patta gobi has like layers of leaves basically, so that is a cabbage, patta gobi, and cauliflower is phool gobi. Then we have two more vegetables. We have adrak, which is ginger, adrak, and lasan, which is garlic. So adrak and lasan. Next, we have the word for butter, which is makhan. Makhan. There's a k and a k sound. There's a half k sound, and then there's a full k sound. Okay, so makhan. And then we have the word for cottage cheese, the Indian cottage cheese, which is paneer. Paneer. Okay, so makhan and paneer. Now let's look at some fruits. So we'll begin with banana, which is kela. Kela. Now kela is a singular word and a plural word will be kele. Okay, so kela and kele. So kela is banana. Then there is the word for mango, which is aam. Aam. And aam is both singular and plural again. So kela and aam. Next we have the word for an orange, which is santara. Santara. And santara is a singular word and plural will be, you'll change a to a. So instead of santara, it will be santre. Okay, so santara is an orange. Then you have the word for papaya, which is papita. Papita. And papita is also singular. For plural, it will be papite. Okay, so papita and santara. Then we have the word for lemon, which is neebu. Neebu. Okay. Depending on where you are, you can say neebu, you can say nimbu, so have a m sound. So that's also, it's the same thing. And then we have the word for coconut, which is nariyal. Nariyal. And nariyal is also singular, plural, both they are same. Now let's move on to some, body parts and body organs and all of that. So the first thing is aankh. Aankh, which means an eye. And this is a singular word. For plural, for two eyes, it will be aankhein, or depending on the context, it might be aankhon. But generally it's aankhein, right? So it's aankh for one eye and aankhein is for two eyes. Then we have the word for nose, which is naak. Naak. So aankh, aankhein and naak. Then we have the word for kaan. Then we have the word for ear, which is kaan. Kaan. And even for plural, it is still kaan. Okay, so kaan is for ears. And then we have the word for mouth, which is muh. Okay, muh. There is a very, very, very faint N sound. So it's not muh. It has a slight N sound, which is why I've put it in brackets, right? Muh. And muh is used for both. It's for mouth and you can also use it for face. Okay. So kaan, muh. Next we have haath. Haath. Haath can be both singular, plural, and it's also hand, and it can also mean arm. Okay, so arm and hand both are haath. Then we have the word for legs, leg and feet. Okay, so it's called pair. Pair. Like the English word pair, pair. That's the same pronunciation. So we have haath and pair. And pair, again, as I said, it can be used for feet. It can be used for like the entire leg. Okay. And pair is also singular, plural both. So we have haath, pair. Then we have the word for hair, which is baal. Baal. Okay. And then we have the word for neck, which is gardan. Gardan. Bal, gardan. Now, gardan is the neck, right? In English also we have a neck and we have throat, which is another word. So neck is gardan, throat is gala. Gala. Okay, so gardan and gala. Gardan is the outside, basically the whole thing, and gala is inside, right? Then we have the word for stomach, which is pet. Pet. Again, the T is a hard T, right? So gala and pet. Then the next organ we have is heart, which is dil. Dil. And then we have the word for brain, which is dimag. Dimag. And dimag is also, I think, it's a borrowed word from Persian. The Hindi word is, I think, mastishk, but it's not that commonly used. But yeah, dimag. Next, let's change the category again. We'll begin with janvar, which is an animal. Okay, so janvar. Janvar. And the word for bird is chidiya. Chidiya. The D that I've written is a R sound. Okay, chidiya. So janvar and chidiya. And chidiya is a singular word. For plural, it will be chidiyan. Right? The ya sound then becomes nasal for plural. So chidiya is singular, and chidiyan, if you have an N sound at the end, then that becomes plural. Janvar is both singular and plural. Okay, so janvar and chidiya. So let's look at a few animals. We begin with the word for dog and cat, which is kutta and billi. Okay, kutta. Kutta, and it is one dog. For plural, you must have noticed this. In case you haven't seen the video which I've put on singular and plurals. So if the word ends with a, generally the plural becomes a. So kutta and kutte. And then we have the word for cat, which is billi. Billi. And the plural is billiyan. So just as I said that, things that are ending with a, for a plural, it becomes a, right? So in similar way, when it ends with e, it converts it to iyan, right? So billi, the plural will be billiyan. Kutta will become kutte. Okay. Next is bandar, which is a monkey. And this is both singular and plural. So, bandar. Bandar. That's a monkey. And then we have the word for cow, which is gai. Gai. Right? So, bandar and gai. Next we have birds. So, we'll begin with kabutar, which is a pigeon. Kabutar. Kabutar. And kabutar is both singular and plural. Okay, kabutar. And then we have the word for crow, which is kawwa. Kawwa. And then again, this ends with a, so the plural will be ending with a, so it will be kawwe. Okay, so kabutar and kawwa, and its plural will be kawwe. Next, we have the word for a chicken or a hen, which is murgi. Murgi. And the plural, as you've seen earlier, for billi and billiyan, the plural will be murgi and murgiyan. And then we have the word for owl, which is Ullu. Ullu. So we have murgi and ullu. And ullu is also both singular and plural. And then we have the last two words for today. We have machli, which is a fish. Machli. The sound is ch. Okay? Machli. And the last word for today is the word for snake, which is saap. Saap. This too has a very slight N sound. Okay? Saap. And it's both singular plural. So that's it for this one. Let me know if there's anything else you would like to learn in Beginner Hindi. And since you're still here, I guess you found this video useful. So do consider subscribing to the channel and switching on notifications so that you don't miss out on the next videos. See you next time. Take care.